श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम। 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 शरणं मम। शरणं मम। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। नारायणं पद्मभवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपादं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमतास्य शिष्यं श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमतास्य पद्म पादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यं तं तोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् येनेक्षते शृणोति तं जिघ्रति व्याकरोति च स्वादु स्वादु विजानाति तत्प्रज्ञानमुदीरितं चतुर्मुखेन्द्रदेवेषु मनुष्याश्वगवादिषु चैतन्यमेकं ब्रह्मातः प्रज्ञानं ब्रह्ममय्यपि परिपूर्णपरात्मास्मिन् देहे विद्याधिकारिणि बुद्धे साक्षितया स्थित्वा स्फुरन्नहमितीर्यते स्वतः पूर्णपरात्मात्र ब्रह्मशब्देन वर्णितः अस्मीत्यैक्यपरामर्शः तेन ब्रह्म भवाम्यहम् एकमेवाद्वितीयं सत् नामरूपविवर्जितं सृष्टे पुरादुनाप्यस्य तादृक्त्वं तदितीर्यते श्रोतुर्देहेन्द्रियातीतं वस्त्वत्रत्वं पदेरितम् एकदा ग्राह्यते सीति तदैक्यम् अनुभूयताम्। अनुभूयताम्, अनुभूयताम्, may you experience it. And it is said, Mahavakya is meant for our own personal experience of that reality, and these Mahavakyas are the indicators of how to go about it. They are not instructions, but they are inspirations. They are not commandments, they are commitments. Only when we commit to something, we will be able to achieve something out of it. If we do not have conviction, determination, and required effort, the teaching will remain only as a possibility. Like that of the signboard or the, board that indicates the road. This road goes to so and so place. What do you call signboard? The signboard is only an indicator of what you can achieve by going in this. Somebody asked another person, where does this road go? He said, road doesn't go, you go in that. Similarly, this Mahavakya is not something you keep on repeating. Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi. You will not go anywhere. Aham Brahmasmi or Tattvamasi or Prajnanam Brahma, these are all things to be contemplated upon, to be thought of, to be reflected, to be owned, to be emulated, to be lived. And unlike, japa, mantra japa, when they do Namah Shivaya or Sri Krishna Saranam Mama, They are meant for mind to become quiet, focused, one-pointed. It is meant for that. Not to please God. I'm going to do 108 times. Bhagavan, better get pleased. I'm going to do it. So one person came to me and said, Swamiji, my mind is so restless. What do I do? I said, simple thing is, take the name of the Lord. How many times? One mala, 108 times. How many times a day? Once a day you do. So he went. After a week or two, he came back and said, I'm now doing twice a day. Are you happy? I said, it is not for my happiness, you do it. Your whole idea of doing it is to make your mind quiet. Similarly, japa or upasana is not to please God. Yahi farak hai. Rituals are done to please God. Please note this. Unless the gods are pleased, they would not give you the result. Devan bhavayata anena. Te deva bhavayantu vaha. Bhagavan Krishna says, yajnas are to be performed to propitiate gods. Gods which are having demigods, meaning those who have limited powers, they need to be pleased. Like local councilmen, right? So you need to please the local councilman. If you are starting a business, then you have to, if it is India, it is Government of India undertaking. I told you. You have to give some money or please him or whatever, so that that person will grant you permission. You may apply, but you may not get your permission. So you have to please the local councilman, congressman, whatever. So it is said in the Upanishads that the gods are like owners of a land and we are all like cows. And cows are fed, right? By the owner of the land, cows are fed. And what does he use the cow for? Or the bullocks and etc. Cows for milk, and then bullocks are for tilling the land. He will use it. He's not feeding you for free. Similarly, Devatas, by giving you what you want, you have to do the rituals to please them. Why please them? Because by you worshipping them, they get power. More people worship, more powerful they become. And more powerful they become, they will be able to give more. That is the reason why Bhagavan Krishna says, Parasparam bhavayantah. Supporting each other. How do we support the God? How do you support a congressman? By electing him, right? More votes he gets, more powerful he becomes. So in the Vedic rituals, the gods are to be propitiated. You do the mantras, you chant the mantras, you offer the ahutis, you offer the required ahutis meant for that particular deity. Through that, those deities become powerful. That is why Indra gets upset when Krishna did not do it. Think about it. Krishna did not allow the Braja Vasins to do the... So Indra got very upset. Hey, you are not doing it. And you stopped doing it. I made everybody stop it. Then what happened? He started to get upset and pour down and all that. And Krishna said, first of all, even though you are elected to get that power, Indra, but who is having the ultimate power? Me. Without me, you are not there. Understand that. You forgetting that. So rituals, and let us not deviate from the main subject matter here. So the rituals are meant for propitiating particular form of God, for they get more power by you worshipping him, the deity, and then those deities can in turn give you what you want. But when it comes to japa, etc., from the standpoint of Vedanta, it is not meant for pleasing any form of God. It is meant for chitta ekagrata siddhyartham, for the gaining of one-pointed attention. Not to please any particular form of God. So these mantras that are used, whether it's Gayatri mantra or any other mantra, Gayatri mantra being on the borderline, they can also bring power. I mean, because Surya Devata is worshipped there, and Surya Devata can bring brilliance to your mind. That is an external result you get from an external form. At the same time, using that same mantra, you can purify the mind also. So Vedic mantras are meant for propitiating gods, but japa is done essentially, repetition of these mantras are done essentially to make your mind not to wander around here and there, available for you to focus, and such a focused mind, calm mind is capable of gaining knowledge and for contemplation and meditation. So these Mahavakyas are not japas, japa mantras. They are not even mantras. They are vakyas. You cannot say Mahamantras. They are not Mahamantras, Mahavakyas. These are all for us to think, what is prajna? That's why the explanation is, right? What is prajnanam? What is Brahma? What is mean by aham Brahma asmi? What do we mean by tattvam asi? It's not for mere repetition. Gita shlokas are also meant for contemplation, not for mere repetition. There are people who would do homa after that. Dharma kshetre, kurukshetre, samaveda yusva swaha. इसके लिए वो बताया कर्मेण्येवाधिकार से महाफलेषु कदाचन स्वाहा, स्वाहा के लिए है. In fact, Ishavasya Upanishad introduction, Bhagavan Shankaracharya says, a sub mantra. Is also Upanishads are also mantra only. A rituals के लिए नहीं है. First thing itself he introduces that. This is meant for contemplation. Ishavasya midagam sarvam. It is not meant for swaha. But if you go to any religious place, if you go to a temple, they will do that. Ishavasya midagam sarvam kinchikajatyam jagat swaha. Arey, usko, what is the meaning? Idam sarvam jagat Ishwara rupena, Ishwara bhavena achadaniyam ityartha. May you cover the entire creation with the thought of God. This is a lesson, a teaching. So, Prajnanam Brahma, Ayam Brahma, Ham Brahmasmi, or Tattvamasi are not japa mantras. They are for contemplation. They have dhyana yogyata, siddhyartham. To gain the ability to meditate. And the ability to meditate can happen only when one is able to detach one's present notion of individuality. From these particular set of Mahavakyas are given to us so that we change our idea about ourselves. Is it not? We think the eyes are seeing, mind is seeing. No. In whose presence mind or the senses are able to see, that is what you are. It's a teaching. Yenekshate srunodhitam jigrati vyakaroti cha. Sa swadu aswadu vijanati tad prajnanam idudiritam. Bhagavan also said in Gita that raso hamapsu kaunteya prabhasmi sashuryayoho. I am the taste of the water, I am the brilliance of the sun, I am the heat in the fire, I am the smell in the earth. So you have to identify the presence of the Lord who is in everything. Outside in this world, in the earth as the smell, in the sun as the light, in the fire as the heat, in the water as the taste, and in me, prajna. In me, he is the one present as the power behind everything that I do. If I am walking, it is because of his presence. If I am seeing and talking, it is his presence. So what is it meant for? Contemplation. Otherwise your mind will go all over, and we take it for granted also. When we are walking or talking or doing anything, we take it for granted, right? No, don't take anything for granted. Contemplate. How am I able to do it? The focus should be again in it. That is called turning your attention within yourself. Pratyak drishtya nivasati sada. Yesterday also we saw that. Pratyak drishtya, by the focus upon pratyak within oneself. Sada nivasati, one who is able to remain in that attention, alone can overcome vasanas. So having explained the Upadesha Vakya Tattvamasi, Shrotu Dehendriyatitam Vastu Atra Tvampadeena Iritam Ekata Grahyate Asi iti. When this Mahavakya Asi, that word Asi is to say you are, not you shall be, you may be, you can be, you are. As I said yesterday also, are you going to be human or you are human? I was human. No. I will be human. No. I am. Even if I often forget that, even if you forget, you are. Isn't it? Even if nobody told me, I am. Interesting thing is, in Vedanta, Bhagavan Shankaracharya says, Vedanta Jnanam is for what? Jnapakartam, na karakartam. Jnapakartam means to remind you, not to do anything about it. What you have forgotten, they are just telling you what you have forgotten. So when I was 2-year-old, 3-year-old, that time also I am Brahman only. I was Brahman only. Even when we were not listening to Vedanta for so many years, we have done all other things. That time you are not Brahman, you are, but not knowing. It is like the Dashamo Simi. The 10th man was never lost. The 10th man was never lost. But when he was feeling lost and he was crying, his crying was because he did not recognize it, not because there was absence of anything. Then when he gained, nothing gained actually. But the confusion is removed. That's why Arjuna says, Nashto moha smritir labdha. Bhagavan, when you taught me this, what happened was moha nashtaha. Smritihi labdha. I lost the delusion which I started with, because he has said, no, dharma sammuda chetaha aham. Then what did you get? Smritihi labdha. I regained my memory of what? Who I am. Jnapakartam jnanam. To remind you what you have forgotten. Sukantavaranam yatha. This lady coming back from the reception, next day is the marriage. And she came because her hairdo was done. Hairdo, right? Hairdo. Hairdo. So she didn't want to go to sleep because she lie down. She was lying on a couch. Next morning she got up because morning is the muhurta. She was started to put makeup. Suddenly found a necklace. Kahan gaya necklace? So indeed a diamond necklace, thin necklace. She started to search all over the place. And when you are frantically searching, you will even go to places where you have never been also. The toilet covers you open. Where would you have gone? And then she obviously, when she couldn't find it, she has to shout at somebody, husband, poor fellow. He was doing something. What are you doing? No, what do you want? Where is my necklace? How do I know? I came yesterday after reception and then you didn't notice what I was doing. You were sleeping. So where did I keep the necklace? You might have kept where you have kept. Only you go. Very standard answer, husband will go. You will find a place where you have left it. Don't I know that? You tell me where I kept it. Then he looked at her carefully. He smiled. What are you smiling? Did you look at yourself in the mirror? I don't want to look at myself in the mirror. I look miserable because I put the makeup. Now it's all gone. Go and look at it again. Why? Go. Reluctantly she went and looked at the mirror. Now what? This necklace, which had a thin back, but the what do you call that? Pendant part of it had gone behind. So she was only small, thin, so she couldn't recognize. Oh. Okay, so mistake happens, so what? Poor fellow, okay. Now, did she gain anything? She did not gain because she never lost it. If she had really lost that necklace, then you can say she kept it somewhere, it was lost and then she found. That's why whenever it is lost and found, okay. If it is lost, that can be found. Never lost. Only forgot. So, aham brahma iti jnanam, this knowledge of I am Brahma is jnapakartam, to remind. And इसके लिए क्या करना है? What is to be done? So because by action you will not get na karmana, isn't it? We chant that every day. Na karmana labhyate. By action it won't get it. So, if not by action I get it, then what should be done? Because in my life I never got anything without action. That has been the case with all of us. Anything I gained in this life is because of some doing. Now you are saying the moksha can be gained without doing anything. क्योंकि आप मोक्ष स्वरूप ही हो. You are of the nature of moksha. You are of the nature of ananda, which you have forgotten because you are occupied yourself with something else. Therefore, stop doing that. It is like in meditation, what is to be done? Nothing. How do you do nothing? How do you do nothing? Doing is not there. Don't do. Swamiji, how do we not do anything? In Ramana Maharshi says, Chumma ire. Chumma ire means what? Don't do anything. What do I do to not to do? Our idea is, I have to do something. But not doing is a big problem for us because we have been in the process of engaging ourselves. To stop that, that's why the detachment and desirelessness is necessary. If desire is there, you cannot stop. If detachment is not gained, you cannot stop. So the desire for the higher must be more intense than whatever you are doing now. That's why mumukshu, mokshasya ichcha, desire for liberation should be very intensified. Then only you will see how karma cannot take there. Therefore, when he says here, tadaikyam anubhuyatam, aikyam anubhuyatam, tat tvam, tad referring to Brahman, tvam referring to jiva, jiva brahmaikyam. The individual self and the universal self is one and the same. This is to be experienced. Anubhuyatam. And who can experience? Mumukshoho. Here it is. Mumukshu bihi ityartha. The pot that has a space and the outside there is a vast space, and we have to realize that the pot space is none other than the outer akasha only. For that, what should I do? Shift your attention. Do not look at the space in the pot with reference to the pot structure. Whenever my attention is on the part structure, I cannot accept it to be infinite. It will be seen only as a limited part space. I must look at the space inside the part with no reference to the upadhi. Similarly, I must recognize my own presence not with reference to what is apparently is enclosing it. That's why the Viveka is important. Dehatraya Viveka, Panchakosha Viveka. The Viveka is to recognize their false nature. So, tad anubhuyatam, aikyam anubhuyatam. So, next one is ayam atma brahma. This self is Brahman. This is from the Mundaka Mandukya Upanishad, coming from Atharva Veda. We have seen from Rig Veda, Aitariya Upanishad giving Prajnanam Brahma. Brihadaranya Upanishad coming from Yajurveda giving us the Mahavakya Aham Brahmasmi. Samaveda, Chandogya Upanishad giving the Mahavakya Tattvamasi. And here Ayam Atma Brahma coming from Mandukya Upanishad of Atharva Veda. Swaprakasha parokshatvam ayamityuktito matam ahankaradi dehantat pratyagatmeti giyate. Swaprakasha parokshatvam ayamityuktito matam ahankaradi dehantat pratyagatmeti giyate. Giyate is sung. Ga is to sing. Gana, ganam, singing. Gita, gitam, song. Giyate is sung. Or sometimes it is giyate means it is, why it is that all the either Bhagavad Gita and many of the, if you take Ramayana, or Mahabharata and most of the Upanishads, they are said to meter. Because when you put it into meter, you can sing it. And by singing, you remember better. Washing powder. What? You're not saying. Why are you remembering that? There are so many washing powders out there. Why are you saying Nirma then? Because it has been drilled into you. Is it not? During those times, there was only one thing, only one channel. It was the only channel you had. At least when I was growing up, that was the only one. And a few advertisements only. And every other minute, that was coming in. So it was in the form of a song. Right? So Upanishads, mantras and all right, or even whether it's Valmiki Ramayana, Tulsi Ramayana, Mahabharata, Bhagavatam, everything is in the form of set to meter. So it is easy to remember. Also Gurudev used to say, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavataha Gita. Bhagavan is singing, Arjuna is crying. Think about it. Somebody is telling a problem. Very good, let me sing. You will feel so frustrated. Right? That's why he said, Prahasanniva Bharata. Bhagavan is like smiling. Because he knows that there is no problem. Imagine the problem, how will you then solve it unless you stop the imagination? If there is a real problem that I can solve. If there is no real problem, I only can dissolve. So here, Giyate should be understood, not literal meaning is singing, but Giyate means is very well said so that we can remember it correctly. Okay, so first one is Pratyak Atma. Ayam is Pratyak Atma. Ayam is this. Idam is also is this. When it says idam, is also referring to meaning of that is this. Yesha is also this. Etat is also this. Yesha, etat, idam. But they are to be used in a particular way. Idam shariram kaunteya kshetramithyavidiyate. Idam is neuter. Anything that is lifeless, matter, is referred as idam. You cannot say to a person, this is sitting. You will feel very offended then. But if you say a dog, it is okay. I mean, nowadays that is also not right. Nowadays people say the dog is Swamiji, is a part of our family, don't do this. In fact, dogs are given very nice names. You give name to your child as Tony, Moni, Pony and something like that. Ye kya hai? Ye Ramakrishna. So, idam gatam, etat gatam. So here when it say ayam is the closest, and beyond that nothing else can be. So it cannot be referred as idam, because ayam is aham. What the two students should understand is, whatever you refer as me, yourself. So Gurudev used to say, the teacher takes his hand and puts it next to his chest, I am Atma. This Atman. This is not an inert thing. So what is this? This I am Swaprakasha. self-illuminating, self-shining. So, swaprakashaha, swayam prakashate. Swayam prakashate means it does not require anything else to shine. Everything in this world requires something else to know it. And if you're sitting on a chair, to know the chair, you, the conscious entity, should be there. Chair does not know its own presence. Inert thing cannot know its own. That's why it's called Jada. But Chaitanya is that it is self-knowing, self-aware. And usually awareness is referred, or awareness is indicated by light. The light, any kind of form of illumination, is to indicate awareness. That is why in a religious place like in a temple, lamp is lit in front of the Lord, not to illuminate Him, but to show that He is the illumination. Na tatra surya bhati, na chandra tarakam, na ima vidyutaha bhati, kutaha ayam agni. Not sun cannot shine there, not the moon, not the stars, not even the lightning can shine there in His presence. What am I showing to you? The light. How insignificant it can be. If you want to see whether the sun is there outside, will you take a flashlight and go? Hey, go and find whether the sun has come. Wait, no. I don't know. You don't need a flashlight to know whether the sun has come or not. Because it is self-illuminating, self-resplendent. In the same way, the one which is considered, known as this, Brahman, is of the nature of self-knowing, self-aware, self-illuminating, and in whose presence only everything else is known. Tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. Tasya bhasa, meaning of His light alone, idam sarvam bhati. Everything else is shining. So, swaprakasha, this is the first one. And where is it? Aprakashatvam. I mean, aparokshatvam, aparokshatvam. It is not differently experienced other than yourself. Para aksha means somebody else's eye, some other eye, external eye. Para aksha. Aksha means eye, para, outside or other. So, parokshatvam means through a media, when you know, it is called parokshatvam. But how do you know your presence? With what? Your own presence. Do you need to ask anybody? Early morning you get up. Not early morning you get up. You have to ask, hello? Yes. Do I exist? Do you have to ask somebody? Or you have to go to the mirror? Yes, I am there. I don't need to even pinch myself to know. I know. By what? My presence, I don't need any external, affirmation. Nobody needs to confirm that I exist. So, what is that then? Aparokshatvam. Immediate knowledge. Media rahita. Immediate means what? With no media. With no means. With no equipment. With no external resource or agent. I know. That's why Christ also, when He made this statement, I am that I am. When he made, those people who were around him could not understand what he is up to. Because he was talking to the people, the folks who are not educated, etc. But his statement is about who I am. All great souls who have reached that pinnacle of experience make the same statement. Aham asmi. Aham sada asmi. I am. This doesn't require any external means to know it. That is called aparokshatvam. So, swaprakasha aparokshatvam I am. This I am word refers to self-illumination, self-knowing, self-shining. So when you take a lamp and light a lamp, to know the lamp, you don't need another lamp. Yata deepasya anya deepa ichcha. Deepasya anya deepa ichcha na. To know a light, you don't need another light. That is why it's called enlightenment. You see. So I am the light. For that you don't need anything else. So aparokshatvam ayam iti uktitaha matam. This is why the word I am is used to indicate the self-shining nature which is self-aware all the time. That is to be also understood. Sada, at all times. It is not, sometime it is there, sometime it is not there. See, think about it. When you had gone to the state of sleep, not now, when? At that time, you had no body awareness, right? Very aware of your body at that time. Sometimes your child, is watching some TV and sleeps. You take the child and put it in the bed. It doesn't know. When you wake up, how is that I came here? Oh, mom might have brought me here. So even when you're sleeping, your body is moved. You won't know. Or when you're in a flight and you're going to India, so your body is moving along with the flight. But when you sleep and wake up next day, Delhi, I came to Delhi. Your body awareness is not there. So even this physical body, which we are holding on so dearly, discarded. And you do it unceremoniously every day, every night. And so, for my last birthday, my husband gave me diamond necklace. So I don't use it, only on special occasions. So I put it in a locker, lock it, and that is put inside a cupboard. Lock that also. In the room, special room, close it, lock that also. And take the key and put it under my pillow. Slept. Now when you sleep, all that thing you did has any relevance then? Anybody can take that and go. So even as you consider something as most precious, also discarded. Even this physical body which I consider myself as so and so, that was also discarded. Even this mind or intellect which makes me very proud about what I have achieved, etc., that is also discarded. So what is that which you cannot discard? Aham. Hridaya guhara madhye kevalam brahma matram aham aham idi sakshat atma rupena bhati. This aham is the one which you cannot discard at any time. That is I am. That is swaprakasha aparokshatvam I am iti uttidat matam. And where is it? Ahankari dehantan, ahankaradi dehantan Pratyagatmeti giyate. Because with reference to all other things, ahankara onwards until the gross body, it is considered as that which is behind the whole thing. Pratyak, as a background, as a support, as an adhishtan, as a sustainer. So the word pratyag means what? The innermost. The word comes from pratyanj. Prati plus anj, anjate. So that which is the innermost. Innermost does not mean physically innermost. Otherwise, when you say, Hridaya Guhara Matye Kevalam Brahma. So all the heart surgeons would have realized Brahman. Open the heart. See? Can you see that? Atman sitting there? It is not sitting inside the physical heart. When you say heart of the city, do you mean that there is a heart there? You see, the word Hridayam also, Hrit Ayam. Hrit means Sat. Ayam is this. So what is Hridayam? Hridayam is this truth. In Upanishad, the word Hridayam is used not for showing the pumping heart. No, the core of your own being. Hrit Ayam. So here that one is the innermost, meaning the subtlemost, in whose presence alone everything, deha, ahankaradi dehantat pratyak. The innermost core of all things, starting from ego to gross body. Everything is sustained by the same presence. Ahankaradi dehantat pratyak atmeti giyate. It is being extolled, glorified, sung. Most of the time, song is about glorifying something. The Geetam is usually for glorifying something. So it is glorified as the very inner core of everything. But cannot be visible, cannot be seen. See, if the light is there, all the lights are, so it is a bulb is getting illumined. But can you see the current there? It is there, but you can't see it. Correct? Because of the current alone, the light is on. Light is brightly shining. But you can't see it. Can you see this current? No. You cannot say it is not there. If I say it is there, show me. I can only show the light to you. In the same way, Pratyagatma is present, in whose presence alone I am able to talk, or you are able to listen. Where is it? It is there. Show. How can you show? Because in whose absence you cannot. Asanneva sabhavati asad brahme diveda chet asti brahmedi chet veda santamenam tado viduriti in Taittiriya Upanishad. One who says that it is not, he is not. Can you ever say, I am not? What do you mean by I am not? Can you deny your own presence? I am absent, What? You cannot be absent. See, you may be absent in one place, but you are present somewhere else. You may be absent here, you may be somewhat present at home. Where is that you are absent? You may be absent in this body, you may be in another body. You can never be absent. So this aham is that inner core, can never be otherwise. And how is it experienced? Aham, 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 aham. Aparokshatvam. So, saprakashatva aparokshatvam ayam iti uktitaha matam ahankaradi dehantat pratyagatmeti giyate. So ayam, therefore it is ayam atma. So in the ayam atma Brahma, ayam, what is referred as ayam is pratyagatma, this inner self. So the next word is aham ayam atma Brahma. This self, this innermost self, this inner core of my own being, who is never absent, which is resplendent, self-shining, and whose shine alone, because of whose shine alone, all other things are able to shine themselves. See, if you are cooking, I'll take little more time. Today is Saturday, so you don't have any hurry to go anywhere. So, if let us say you are cooking, don't get up. Cooking, I remember, Swamiji. Let's say you are cooking. You have the no, just stay. The see, no, you have to go somewhere. Let it wait. So the vessel is there, and in which you put water and the rice, etc., vegetables, and then you light up the stove, put on the stove. Now the heat that is coming from the stove hits the vessel first. Vessel gets heated up, then it is the water. Water boils and therefore the rice. So the rice is getting cooked by the fire, but it goes through the layers of heat. Anyway, fire is the one which is cooking. Why not directly put? Then it will become swaha. Then the fire will take it. You cannot get it. So the vessel is there, water is there, and then, in fact, the fire which is coming through, the gas is there, and then it is the fire, all that, anyway. Now, in the same way, this Pratyagatma, first expression of Pratyagatma is Ahankar. That's why he says Ahankaradi. So when Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi says Aham, Aham iti, presently what we experience as Ahankar. I notion. The notion of I is the expression of Brahman. But this notion of I, instead of looking at itself, it only identifies with whatever is other than itself. With the thoughts, with the emotion, with the feeling, with the intellectual idea, further going to prana, further going out to senses, further going to the objects. See, it travels outside. The light is shining, instead of light shining itself, the light is shining as though only everything outside. So we are looking at the external aspect of it, but we are not looking at the core of itself. Ahankar is therefore is the subtlemost expression of Brahman, Atman. That's why he said in Upadeshara, Ahaminashabha jahamaham taya spuradihrutsvayam paramapurnasat. Ahankar ka vichar karna. Ahankar vichar karo. ये क्या है? So मन भी अहंकार ही है. मानसम किम मार्गणे कृते नैव मानसम. See, mind, when you say, it is vritti. Thought alone is the mind, right? Mind is not an entity. Mind is like a river. Have you ever seen the river? You've seen the river, right? Without the water? The bed, river you cannot see. River you cannot see without water. What is river then? Movement of water. It is a happening. It is not a thing. Think. River is not a thing. It is a phenomenon. It's a thing that is happening there. What is happening? Movement. Without the movement, the river is not river. It will become lake, a pond. If water is stagnant, you cannot call it a river. No, it's not a river. Why? It's not moving. Only when it moves, it's a river. If it is not moving, it is a pond. Similarly, thought movement is mind. If thought doesn't move, no mind. This is the point in Upadesha Rai makes. If you ask this question, what is the mind? Thought stops. You will see no mind there. Because you are questioning the thought itself. Questioning the movement of, what is movement of thought again? It is not thought is moving. Thought A followed by thought B is a movement. I mean, I am not going to that now seriously because I have to go finish it now. Thought A followed by thought B is the movement. It is not A becoming B or A move from A to another place. No. A is followed by B. That is the movement. And B followed by C. The people in the computer field will know better. It's on and off, on and off, on and off, right? It's not that there are, see, when in Christmas time, then you'll see lights moving. Light never moves. It's on and off, on and off, on and off. Similarly, thought, no thought, thought, no thought, thought, no thought. Or thought A, thought B, thought C, thought D, thought E, thought F. This is the moment. Therefore, when you inquire into thought means, let thought A be there, let thought B doesn't come. Then what happens? Movement stopped. When movement stopped, mind won't be there. That is why it's a manasam kirtikam margane krite naiva manasam. So what is manaha then? Vritti. Vritti pravaha manaha. Flow of thought. Gurudev calls it flow of thought. How can the thought flow? Thought A cannot move from there. Thought flow means, thought A followed by another thought. That is the thought flow. If you don't allow the next thought to come, that is what you try to achieve in japa. You are taking the single name, Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. So Om Namah Shivaya is a thought. The next thought is the same thing. It's called, what is it called? Sajadiya Vritti Pravaha. Sajadiya Vritti Pravaha. Sajatiya, of the same thing. If Om Namah Shivaya followed by something else, let us say Shivaya Namaha, Maheshwaraya Namaha, Shambhave Namaha, Pinakine Namaha, Shashishekharaya Namaha, Vamadev, then what happens? You are referring to the same Shiva, but words are different. Even though Sajatiya, but being the words are different, your mind moves there. Meaning thought moves. But if you take the same one, Namah Shivaya, name is same, the form is same, the sound is same, the attention is same, you are arresting the mind there. It doesn't move, should not move. Okay, anyway, let's come back here. So, when the mind is seen as only a vritti, come to the core vritti, aham. Come to the aham vritti. So that's why vrittayastvaham vrittimashrita vrittayo mano vidhi aham manaha. Aham is the manaha. Aham vritti manaha. So that aham is what? The first expression of Brahman. Right? So the thought, when it is, you do the vichara of the thought, not about the object of the thought, you go to the subject of the thought. It will It will disappear. That's why ahamilinake api alaya sattaya. Ahamilinake api. Even as the ego disappears, alaya sattaya, without going anywhere, spurati, hrit swayam, paramapurna sat. Then that ahankar, aham vritti, will become aham. It is not a vritti, it is aham. It is not a thought, it is awareness. So that aham is atma, pratyagatma. Ahankaradi dehantat pratyagatmedi giyate. So I am atma is used, then now you have to connect with Brahman. Therefore, drishyamanasya sarvasya jagatat tattvamiryate brahma shabdena tad brahma swaprakashatma rupakam drishyamanasya sarvasya jagatastattvamiriyate brahma shaddena tad brahma swaprakashatma rupakam. Swaprakashatmaka rupakam. So as much as this aham in me as awareness is self-shining, and whose shining alone, ego onwards up to the physical body, everything is known. You know? When we are sleeping, aham has withdrawn from the body. Prakriti took over. Bhagavan's Prakriti is making the physical body alive. Otherwise, now I ask you, are you all breathing now? No, you are breathing without knowing, right? Are you saying, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling? You are not doing that. Who is doing this then now? It is happening. Even in sleep, it is happening. You don't do it. Digestion is taking place, blood circulation is taking place, you are getting old. Everything is happening. So, your attention of yourself as the body is not there in sleep does not mean the body is dead. The Prakriti takes care of its existence because until your experience of Prarabdha is over, you will not be allowed to quit. Karma is sustaining it. Your Prarabdha karma is sustaining your body there. You don't do anything. What do you do in sleep to sustain it? You put the rug and sleep. Then afterwards, you are not protecting your body. So your body, your mind and intellect, all of them are even now are illumined by the same consciousness, which you even discard, it is continued there. That very one, drishyamanasya sarvasya, that same aham only in all that is seen, drishyamanasya sarvasya jagataha, of the world which is subject to be perceived by not only you but everyone, drishyamanasya sarvasya jagataha tattvam, very support, very essence. So, from your own individual awareness of yourself as aham, now open up the same thing to understand that same alone is sustaining the entire universe. What is in me is in what is in all. This is the beauty of Vedanta. It is not that I am Brahman, I don't know about others. No. This Brahman which is me is the same in all beings, as we have seen in the first verse itself, first Pragyana Brahma itself. Sarvasya drishyamanasya jagataha tattvam. Brahma shabdena, what is being spoken, iryate, Brahma shabdena iryate. That is being earlier also established. That which is the very substratum, essence of all things is Brahman. And that which is the sustaining substratum of you is Atman. So then obviously, I am Atma, which every one of us can understand and realize as my own core being, itself is the core being of everything. Therefore, what is referred as Atman by me is Brahman, which is in everyone. So each one of you say, Aham Atma, Aham Atma, Aham Atma. Collectively, it is referred as Brahman. So, Brahma Shabdena Iryate Tad Brahma, what is known to be that Brahman, which is the very essence of everything, that also, that Brahman also, Swaprakashat Atma Rupakam. Now, you take a lamp, light a lamp. With that lamp, how many lamps you can light? So that's why we don't believe in the electric lights. With one electric bulb, can you light up another electric bulb? Can you? Can you? But with one lamp, there will be 1,000 lamps can be lit. Now, while thus lighting up 1,000 lamps, does it lose its light? Is it not that it's such a miracle? With this light, I can create thousands of lights without losing itself. Similarly, this Atman, which is consciousness of the nature of self-illuminating, is the self-illuminating nature of all of them, of the same kind. So, Swaprakashatvam is not many. Swaprakashatvam is only one, wherever it is. So from this lamp, I light another lamp, it is equally bright. Then third, and the fourth, and the fifth, and the sixth, and the 1,000, and the 2,000, 10,000, 100 million. Nothing happens to the original. Similarly, this Atman, which is of the nature of self-illumination, remains in its own nature, even as it is Brahman. The very presence in all beings. So once you know who you are, you know who everything is or what everything else is. That is why it is said, Yajñātva sarvamidam vijñānam bhavati. One knowing which, everything will be known. Because I, the self, is the self in all. So that is the reason why a Mahatma who realized, for him there is no stranger in this world. Why? Because he immediately connects to the self of that person. All other things are Nama, Rupa, Jati, Niti, everything is different. Jati, Niti, Kula, Gotra, Dhurakam, Nama, Rupa, Guna, Dosha, Varjitam, Desha, Kala, Vishayati, Vartiyat, Brahma Tattvamasi Bhavayatmani. Jati, Niti, Kula, Gotra, Desha, Kala, Vishaya, Varjitam. There is nothing to do with any of those name, form, caste, color, creed, region, religion, gender, nothing. Because it is only one. All others are externalities. So one who knows oneself knows all. So that's I am Atma, Brahma is Swaprakashatma Rupakam. This way, the four Mahavakyas are beautifully explained by Vidyaranya Maharaj. The greatness of the teachers is that the clarity they bring in. So clear in their teaching and straightforward. There's no ambiguity. There's no beating around the bush. Let us come to straight to the point. That's why the Upanishad mantras are, they say fact as the fact. If you understand, you got it. If you don't understand, keep reading again. Because it's not going to change. So thus we have completed this beautiful uh, so Mahavakya Viveka Prakaranam is over. This Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkhabhat Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.